What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Hard Angle Barn YouTube channel. Today we're going to be detailing the inside of this Spec, customizing it a little bit and just making it better as a whole, because right now it's pretty gross. So here's what we're starting with. Everything's pretty dirty. There's the stock shifter and boot. We're going to change out. That side obviously is filthy. So let's get to it. I am missing this trim piece, so I'm gonna venture out in the rain, go grab one from the parts centra. There we go. Got the part. Perfect fit. All right, well, we're having tacos for dinner, and I'm very hungry, so I'm in a hurry, but got new black mats in the back, and it's vacuumed. I didn't get the wet vac anything because I want to drive this to work tomorrow, and everything would still be kind of moist. So this is just with a vacuum. New shifter boot, shifter, fresh Nismo mats. Oh yeah. Dash, door panels all cleaned. Looks sweet. So the next thing we're going to do on this Spec to spruce it up a little bit, we're going to install an LED lighting kit for the high beams. The incandescent bulbs it has in it now, they're just, they're sad. So I want to be able to see more than, 50 feet going down the road. Let's see if I can convince this clip to hold this bulb in. So obviously the stock bulbs don't have a giant fan attached to the back of them. Getting this clip in with the bulb is kind of a trick. Kind of get it like halfway in, then get the clip down. Oh, and I might have to use actually a screwdriver to get in there and clip the bulb in. So I went to test these, and I can already tell they're way brighter because it lights up the back of the barn during the day. So you can see the header on the Ultimate engine glowing. So this is the stock high beam that you can look at. That's the aftermarket LED, and like, you can't look at that. Look at the difference in glare. I'm glad my head's behind the camera. I can't look at it directly with my eyes. It is insanely bright. And again, this is high beam, so I'm not blinding everybody with my low beams. The low beams on these are still pretty sad. You can see literally 2-3 car lengths at most. So here's the difference in the bulbs as well. Obviously the little tungsten wire in there makes heat, puts out light, and then this one LED. So pretty big difference, especially in the output. Alright, so this is what my high beams look like right now. I can just see the reflector on that telephone pole. Keep in mind I got one light out right now, but now let's see what the LEDs look like. So that was the pole before that you could see. That's the telephone pole down by the barn that you can see the reflector on. So quite a bit different. So now we're going to do the brakes on the Spec. I've put about 2,200 miles on it since the first portion of this video, where we did the interior a little bit. I just checked the catch can. A little bit in it. Not that much, but which is good, but that's oil that I would have burnt over the last 2,200 miles and would have made a little smoke. So definitely good investment in my head. It was like 20 bucks, and I've started putting them on everything just so you're not filling your intake full of sooty oil spray crap. So I got the driver's side off and prepping new pads. And I'm going to get the caliper cleaned up because I'm going to go ahead and throw a coat of paint on the front calipers today while I'm doing them. The rotors, I clear coated the hub part so this doesn't rust. And I did the very outer edge too, so that doesn't rust, and it just for appearances, it just makes it look a little better. But the mounting bracket, this pin, I've been hammering on this thing, and it is straight rusted in. So I'm probably going to have to replace this. The pads didn't come with, can't remember what these are called, but those. So I might have to make a run to AutoZone because I'm supposed to drive this to work tomorrow, because the Altima, even though it's running now, has a leaky axle shaft seal. So I don't want to be driving it when I'm losing trans fluid. So I might be riding a motorcycle tomorrow. Hopefully it's not still raining. So I am going to put this thing back together so I can drive it to work. I should have showed you before I put this on, but the pad is worn super crooked because this is seized. But look at how destroyed these rotors are. They're definitely not doing well. They're also warped super bad. If you're doing any type of speed and hit the brakes, steering wheel just starts going nuts. So I got Jeremy to come to Lowe's and bail me out because I bought a bunch of 2x4s, which I've done a couple times in the Sentra. The white Sentra, because it has fold down back seats. You fold them down, they come right up to the back of the shifter. You can carry 8-foot 2x4s no problem. I didn't realize in the 04 that the seats don't fold down, so he had to come bail me out because at the time I didn't know how to take them out. I figured it out now, but I would have had to bust out that mesh behind the seats, so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to order a roof rack because, I don't know, there's something cool about getting wood in the car. And also, my truck's still broken and it's going to take a lot of work to get fixed. So it'd be nice to have something I can get some wood with every once in a while. So I finally gave in and bought lumber at like $9 a 2x4, which is over $1 a board foot. And this is like the lowest quality wood I've ever gotten from Lowe's. The top choice stuff used to be literally like $4 a board for the 8-footers. And it was nice, pretty pink pine. It was flawless, awesome stuff. Now they're $9 a board. And it looks like they threw them down 74 flights of stairs that were made out of saw blades before they got to Lowe's. I got sawdust in my eye. But anyway, I decided to make some wheel cribs because as of filming this, the Altima is finished, but the car is so low, putting it up on the hydraulic ramps, even all the way up, it was just too low. So making some wheel cribs. Look at that, that's a backwoods lift right there. Oh, almost fell over. 15 inches up, and then you got the hydraulic ramps in the back, so you can drive right up on those. But I mean, I'm 5'8", you know, about pec level, so it's definitely up there. So in this box is something that would have been really useful the other day when I was at Lowe's getting lumber, and I didn't have anywhere to put the boards because I didn't know the seats folded or didn't fold down. So I got some roof rails. That way we can stick some stuff on the roof whenever it's too big to fit in the car. Now these are just some cheap eBay specials. They're only 49 bucks. I didn't want to go too crazy with it. Something I'm not going to use, you know, that much. Nah, who am I kidding? I'm going to haul stuff on purpose just because I have these now. So now that I've seen the spec with roof racks, I'm not sure I really like it. Here's the thing, I was wondering how I was going to permanently attach these, and then I was like, I don't have to, because they got these big fat rubber pads on them so they don't slip. Like, I'm shaking the whole car with the roof rack. I can even shake the whole car with the ladder. You know, it's on there. You just run the straps through. You know, if you, let's say we go get wood, you take the racks out of the back seat, put them up there, go get your wood, throw it all up there, strap it together, strap it down to the roof of the car, and it's not going anywhere till the time you get home. And then take them back off, and you have your, you know, slick looking Spec V, but it doesn't have these roof racks. I thought it'd be kind of cool, but I really don't actually like it. And the straps are on the ceiling, so as you're driving, you can check and see if your load's still tight, as an added bonus. So, as silly and as janky as it seems, it works for its intended purpose. The 1 or 2 times I'm going to need to get wood before this thing's done, it'll do the job. You know, I'll throw some 2x4s up there, strap them down, drive it home, we'll be good to go. I'm not going to be risking it and getting any plywood or anything, just a couple 2x4s. So it's going to work perfect for what it is. And like I said, it's a non-permanent attachment. I don't have to worry about if they're going to blow off while I'm driving or not when I'm not using them, because they're not going to be on the roof. So the stock dash lights in this are very yellow, and they're not that good looking. They're, you know, they look a lot better. And I kind of prefer the red dash of the 0203 spec. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull this cluster out, and I'm going to put red LEDs in place of these old bulbs and see how that spruces up the look. So it's pretty easy to pull the front cover, or the cluster cover, to get the cluster out of a B15 Sentra. There's just 2 screw holes, one here, one here. They're just Phillips head, and you pull these out, and I think we can see somebody's been in here before because it's missing that cluster screws. Let's go ahead and take these Phillips head screws out and pull this cluster out. Alright, so this is the high beam notification bulb, and then this is your right and left turn signal. So you're going to pop this bulb out, this one, and I pulled this one out already. And then we're going to change out to the LED bulbs from these. So you get that little incandescent out, get the LED in, go ahead and do the rest of them, and then see what this looks like when it's lit up. Okay, this looks terrible. I'm pretty sure I ruined this gauge. I ordered new bulbs. These are like a flat style LED, so I ordered like a bulb style reflective LED that should fix this. So now that it's like nighttime, whoa! The camera just pulled all the color out of everything. That was weird. What is this thing doing? Hold on, I gotta start a new clip. Okay, now that it's nighttime, it looks a little better. You can still see that there's dark spots, like by the 4, the 80, it's a little dark. So I still want to get brighter bulbs, because this is max brightness. Like, here's the house. It's not, you know, super bright. I still want to get new bulbs that are a little bit brighter, and they throw light out in every direction to better light up the dash. But I don't know, I do like this in red. I think this is pretty cool. Well, since the truck is hogging the garage for a while, we're going to be in the outside garage today, just next to the barn. This is the flattest spot. I'm going to go ahead and get it trimmed nice and short like it is over here, and then we're going to continue working on the Sentra. So normally I don't just like replacing parts willy-nilly, but the brakes on the Sentra, obviously they needed some work because the guide pins were seized, as you saw. So to get new brackets, the pins, the boots, and then brake seals and stuff, it was like 63 bucks in total. Oh yeah, and the little metal shims, include those. So it was about 63 bucks, and to get 2 brand new calipers was also 63 bucks, like with the core charge. So I was like, all right, well, looks like I'm gonna just buy some new brakes. All right, I got these calipers taped up, degreased, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw a couple coats of gold paint on here. I don't know if I've discussed the plans for this car, but I wanted to do it in a variation of Nardo gray eventually. A little bit of gold accents, so the brakes, maybe some lug nuts, catch can, small little things, some nice black wheels. But this is the first step. This is the part I can afford right now. I already have gold spray paint, and the car needs brakes anyway, so it's a minor little touch, and this is only temporary anyway, because obviously the ultimate goal will be upgrading to the Brembos that came on them stock. Alright, these are all painted up. All the seals and stuff I kept clean. Obviously I did a little bit of rough taping, but hey, can't see that anyway. So let's go ahead and stick some pads in these. Hopefully the rain stops. I mean, it looks like it stopped on camera, but everything's still wet and it's raining. But anyway, put some pads in this and get these on the car. ahead and take this thing out on the road, see what it feels like. The front brakes seemingly work pretty good already, just stopping off the ramps. Pedal's way stiffer than it used to be. Still got to do the rear though. I've put like 3,000 miles on this and that's still not shiny, so at least that rear brake isn't working. But this one, yeah, that one works. Still, 3 brakes, not as good as 4. Alright, see if these brakes are a little better than the old ones. Okay, yeah, that's a lot better. Actually, I think I just made everything fall off my back seat. Okay, I can't drive one-handed. Well, I picked up some of these round style LEDs that hopefully would have dispersed light better than these flat style, but unfortunately they're actually worse. The flat style is over here and the round style is over here. You can see there's way more color right here than there is there. So, yep, get to change them back. Driving up these ramps, they're like super tall. I feel like I'm driving up the side of a cliff. Like I thought I was about to drive over the end. I didn't think, I thought I was already on and driving over the end because I'm just like driving to the sky. All right, so this is at 175.4 centimeters. And this one is 174.8. So that is 0.6 centimeters of toe in. This wheel looks like it's very straight, and the steering wheel is. This one, according to the body, looks like it's cocked in a little bit, so I'm gonna take it all out of this side, just like I did on the G. But I just want to say, I did this alignment after I changed the inner tie rod on the passenger side with just by eye. I just did it by eye, and it's within 0.6 centimeters. It's 6 millimeters of toe. I'm only off by 5 millimeters from basically a perfect alignment. So pretty decent for using my eye. And like literally no tape measure. I just look at it, adjust it. So I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for that luck. All right, the sensor's dialed in. I got 1 millimeter of toe in. When I did the G, it transformed the way it drove. So we're gonna get this thing off ramps and go see how this thing rolls now. So it feels solid. I mean, it doesn't, as far as I can tell right now, when you hit the gas, it doesn't dart to the right, and then when you get off, dart back to the left anymore. So that's good. It's much more predictable. Like I said with the G, it's much more predictable, and it's just smooth. So yeah, I'm glad that I did this change. Although I didn't perfectly center the wheel. It's only off a degree or so, but well, maybe 5 or so, but it's still pretty close. Well guys, that's all for now. I filmed all of this over the past month or two that I've been driving it, you know, to work and such. I've just been doing little things, and every time I do something I get a clip of it, so it might have been all over the place, it might not. I don't know, I haven't edited it yet. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next video, and I'll talk to y'all later.